Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share my experience about my brain scan and also just give you all a little background about why I even got a brain scan. So go ahead and get yourself a little drink, sit down, let's chat. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already done so and subscribe to the Pristine Posse. Also, if you have not been getting my notifications whenever I post, just hit the bell button, like unclick it and then re-click it again so that you can start getting my notifications whenever I post, because you guys have informed me that you're not getting the post. I don't know what's going on, but just click it, re-click it, and then we should be good to go. First things first, why did I even get a brain scan to begin with? So here's the tea, here's what happened. Let's just start from the beginning. So I have a therapist that I go to. I go to my therapist, you know, spill all the tea, chit chat, just get my mind right with the professional, you know. Having a therapist is just someone who can just hold the mirror to your face and help you examine the things that you're dealing with from a different angle. So I highly recommend going to a therapist. Now with my therapist, I was explaining to him that sometimes I just feel like I barely have a lot of energy to focus. Sometimes I get tired really fast, or I just get distracted easily. And my hours of productivity range from like between 10 to 2, like right when I wake up, and maybe 4 hours. And then after that, I'm tired, I don't really feel like doing anything. And I just wish I could just stay focused longer without drinking coffee or, you know, having to take a pre-workout and work out to keep myself up all the time. I just didn't want to rely on something to keep me up. So my therapist said, you know, I think you are showing symptoms of ADHD. However, I'm not a psychiatrist and I cannot prescribe you medicine. But what I can do is refer you out to a psychiatrist who can further evaluate you and, you know, determine if you have ADHD or maybe something else, and maybe we can provide you with medication to help with your concentration throughout the day. So I said, okay, great. He also recommended a specific place to get a brain scan and a CNS view, which I will explain in a second. So I was very excited to try it out. I'm always down to try something new, and I thought a brain scan, I know to some people it may sound a little scary, like a brain scan, what? But to me, I'm like, yeah, check everything. Check every screw, every noggin up there, okay? Listen, do whatever you need to do to make sure I'm good, and if there's something wrong, let's catch it early and let's handle things as early as possible. You know, I just don't want to be in denial. Or if there's something that needs to be addressed, it can be diagnosed early on and I can just start taking the medication for it. So I was super excited to do that. My psychologist referred me to a psychiatrist at CNS Health. So if you're in Texas, it's going to be in McKinney, Texas. If you are interested in going and checking it out and getting a referral, this is where I went, CNS Health. When I went to CNS Health, they gave me two things. So they gave me a CNS testing and brain view. So first, I'm going to just go over what these two things are. So first thing is going to be CNS. If you see me looking down, I'm just reading the exact terminology so you guys have a better understanding, and then I'll just go into my experience after. What is CNS? CNS is a computerized neurocognitive screening. It is an assessment that measures domains such as your reaction time, your memory, and your attention. It is an overall indication of how you may perform in your daily life when presented with a task. After doing an assortment of different assessments, you'll be given a few short questionnaires as directed by your provider. The overall duration takes about an hour, although additional time can be provided to help accommodate your needs. The benefits of CNS testing include: the test itself is easy, safe, and convenient. The results may provide validation for what you've been feeling and experiencing. The test provides great supplementary information to your providers to better understand how you may be functioning in your daily life. So that's going to be the information for the CNS testing. Moving on to Brain View. What is Brain View? Brain View utilizes EEG and ECG and tests auditory and visual processing speed. This test is very sensitive for memory and cognitive functions that we rely on daily and can measure impairments objectively. This test also provides information on stress-related conditions. This test is non-invasive and takes about 1 hour to complete. During this time, you will wear an EEG cap to measure the electrical activity in your brain. You will also wear a device to measure your pulse and have a recording of the electrical activity in your heart. Your provider will promptly receive the report and will go over the results with you during your next visit. All right, so now that I gave you guys a little bit of official information of what the definitions are, let's talk about my experience. So first off, they told me not to take any stimulants or coffee or anything before I come in to do the CNS and brain view. So that means like no pre-workout, no coffee, just nothing that would like give me energy like matcha or anything like that. So I tried to make an early appointment because of course, like naturally I have more energy when I wake up in the morning. So I went in at about 10 a.m. When I went in that morning, I did the brain view first and then I followed up with the CNS testing. Now for the brain view, I did have the EEG cap on my head and then they put a little sensor over my heart and I also had to hold on to this little gadget. And I did the test. I had to have my eyes closed for a segment, then I had my eyes open for a segment. Oh, I also had headphones on as well, and it would play like random beeps just to like track, I guess, if I would jump or like just the brain waves when the beep would come. And I will say the beeps were very random. Like I thought I knew when it was gonna come, but then the beep didn't come, then it did come, and then it varied in how loud it was. Sometimes it was a little bit louder, sometimes it was very quiet. So it was definitely a test of like just various different things. Before the brain view test, my provider did instruct me not to tap my foot, no grinding my teeth or chewing gum because these things would affect the results of the test. So I did my best not to do any of those things. Sometimes I do tap my foot. So she was actually in the room like behind me, just I guess monitoring to make sure I don't do that because that would in fact mess up the test. After the brain view, I immediately did the CNS testing. So at that point I was like, girl, I'm tired because that was already about 45 minutes to an hour. So I did not want to do another test, but this test was different. I wasn't wearing any cap or anything like that. It was on a computer screen and I was just answering different questions. So it would show me like maybe 3 to 4 shapes and then I would have to like click on which shapes that it showed. And then it would go from like 4 shapes to then 15 shapes and I would have to remember which ones. Basically click on the ones that I remembered seeing. So it's just a combination of things like that, looking at different pictures of people and saying, are they sad? Do they look happy? Do they look angry? Do they look cheerful? So that was what that test composed of, and that took me about 30 minutes to do. So after completing both of those, I was mentally drained. I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. Moving right along to my follow-up appointment. The results did in fact show that I was showing signs of ADHD, so that is why I was prescribed Adderall. So now y'all know why I take Adderall. It's just to help with concentration and things like that and to help with my ADHD. Now, ADHD is comprised of like different symptoms, so that's just for me. I wouldn't say that if you're dealing with the same problem that you have ADHD. I don't recommend just self-diagnosing. And as I say in my other videos, I highly encourage everyone to get a therapist. And if you found this information interesting about brain view and CNS, I highly encourage you to check it out because I think that it was definitely helpful. And also, it's just good to try out to get a clean bill of health. So highly recommend. If you have gotten it before, let me know down in the comments. Moving right along, I will show you guys what else I did on my day off as a flight attendant. I'm currently here at 5 and Below. Here in the pet section, I wanted to get some goodies for Pepper the cat. I was looking on Amazon, but those toys are ranging from $20 to $30. And I don't have time for him to play with it once and then not play with it again. So let's keep the investment low. 5 and below is where it's at. They have way more dog toys than cat toys. Not sure what that's all about. Anyways, I also went to Marshall's and bought this cute little tunnel. It was only $10. I'm a little concerned because it says kitties and not cats. So I don't even know if he is going to fit up in here. We'll see. I'm going to keep the receipt because if he don't like it, I'm taking it right back, okay? And this is what I got from 5 and Below. We got this little toy. Looks interactive, right? $5. I got some dry erase markers. Travel sunscreen. Okay, this is what I'm going to put in my suitcase for my overnights. Cute and handy. SPF 30, where it's at. And then this laser toy. Pretty cool. I already opened it, guys. That was me. Yeah, I'm excited for him to play with that one. I think that's a cool toy. And then the batteries weren't included, so I had to buy batteries. Y'all, not even a week. Pepper literally bit through this thing. I guess the curiosity killed the fish. We didn't even have this for a week. I literally just heard him playing with this and I was like, it's making way more noise than usual. And he bit it open. There is catnip inside. I don't know if he was just trying to eat that, but I don't want him to eat the fluff. So we're gonna have to throw this away. Y'all let me know. Should I just get another one, like a better quality one on Amazon? Or is this just a cheaply made product? Because it was $5. So, I mean, maybe if I spend a little bit more money, then he won't. I don't know. Better quality, maybe it'll last longer, because, honey, this is done. Welcome to the unboxing and reaction segment. So, I hooked this thing up. Here's the toy in action. Pepper's first time laying eyes on the toy. And that's all he did. Just look at it. I'm like, hello, are you gonna play with it? Do you like it? I don't know if it was moving too fast for him or what, but yeah, I think he was scared of it. Then I tried to turn the lights off, give him a little vibe. Yeah, no, he was still like, girl, this robot doing way too much for me. Which I can agree, it is moving a little bit fast. So Pepper went into this little toy one time, and that was the first and the last time that he went in there. I don't think he liked how tight the space was. So when I was going to record him and show you guys, he was like, no, you're not gonna embarrass me. Trying to stuff me in this little thing for kittens. Okay, so this toy, I really thought he was gonna play with this one too, and he didn't. But you know, we don't play with mice, so that little mice on top, I took it off. He still didn't play with it, but yeah, that's why we keep the investment low, okay? Marshalls, TJ Maxx, 5 and Below, because I'm not spending all this money on toys, and then he just does this. See, if you guys have any cat toy recommendations, please let me know in the comments what your cat likes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.